This is a tutorial how I do my videos. So, I usually have a green screen in the background so I can put everything else blurry. You don't have to, but I personally do a green screen or any brightness colors like this. And if you don't know how to change it, this is how you change it. And change it into any color like light blue, hot green, hot pink. And now we're going to do on the editing part. And I use Ibis Paints to edit my videos, so I get this thing called the magic wand, the little magic wand, and I do it to get rid of the green screen so I can have a blank background in the back. I'm really bad at explaining, sorry. And I just how do I explain it? To cover the green spots and then just delete it so you don't have a background, so you can edit freely. It doesn't really change it, but I personally like to do this. And yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna go over there and we're gonna click plus. And now we're gonna import the picture I have in my background from Gacha Life. There are two different Gacha apps. This is Gacha Club that you're seeing right now, and the background is from Gacha Life. You can choose. I personally don't like to put it like that, so technically I just have to delete it and then put in the big size and then actually put the photo and leave it there. And there's this filter. I grab the glassy. You can choose either one. Blurry, it's blurry. It's your decision. You see that little eye, you can click on it, which you don't have to see the background when you have to use it. And now I need the people in my background, so let me just speed through it. Okay, so now we're gonna you see the little thing at the bottom where you can choose the brightness of your thing? I personally do that so I can do little strands of hair. You don't have to, but it's your decision if you want to add a little extra. I like to add extra because I can. And you add another tab so it won't mix in with the thing you're already doing. And then you're gonna make those strands of hair, which I personally like to do a lot. So let me just speed through this again so you just have to do little extra hairs, like hairs that gets in your face, The next thing you do is I grab black and then you start tracing over so it doesn't look weird. You trace over it would be the normal hair that it usually has. So I just do that. Okay, now we have to do the eyes. Okay, which I grab a lighter color because I have darker eyes. And I just trace over it. Personally, I grab a lighter color because I have my eyes are darker. But if you have an OC with a brighter eyes, you can just do the magic wand and just put the same color. That's fine too. Okay, so now you're gonna grab the bucket and put white over it, what I'm doing so far. And yeah. Now you're gonna get the color of the inside of the eye and then put it darker, and then you're gonna add another layer, which is gonna be linear burn. I don't really know how to say it, but yeah. And then you're gonna grab the magic wand again and just put it over it and see what pen I'm using and do that. And then this is how it's gonna turn out. Do it in the way I'm doing it. You see the way I'm doing it? Just copy my moves, and I'm gonna leave little circles of the pens I'm using, so you know what I'm doing. Now you're gonna go on your layers and put it a very light tone, and then you're gonna grab a brush, a normal brush. Either brush works for me, but a brush, and have it darker and just put it on top of the eyelid, just look how I'm doing it. And yeah, just copy what I'm doing and do it twice or 3 times. For this OC I do twice, but for my regular OC I use 3 or so. Okay, so now we're gonna add another layer, and we're gonna put it back to linear burn. I don't really know how to say it again. We're gonna go a bluish purplish, I'll say, and we're gonna go over the eyelid. So when we deleted the gray, it was for this reason, and also because it didn't look so good, I'll say. And yeah, you're just gonna color over it. Yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna do the same thing we did. We're gonna put it light, not too light, or you can choose the brightness. It's not really my thing. I put it like ish. It really depends. We're gonna add light, and then we're gonna grab the brush and we're gonna put like the highest color. I accidentally did not do that, so we're gonna do like the highest color that looks okay, and we're gonna go over it, like just look like I'm doing it's like a little U over the eye, which I personally like to do because I don't know, it just looks nice, I guess. And we're gonna make just make it look pretty bright. You can increase make it look softer. It's really your choice. And we're gonna make the brush smaller and add a little oval, I'll say. A little oval on top of the U we put. So like a little line as you put the U, and then you're gonna go on the other eye and do the same thing. Then you're gonna grab white and grab a normal brush, add another layer, and normal brush, and you're just gonna put a little dot on top of it. As you see, a little dot. We're gonna grab another layer, and it's gonna be add, and we're gonna grab the same color as the eye we're gonna have, just a bit darker because we're gonna brighten it with the add. We can like increase it or like make it lighter, and then we're just gonna go over it like this, as you can tell. Now we're gonna you see the little eye, we're gonna click those and it's gonna hide all of it because it's gonna interrupt while we do the hair actually. So we're gonna get our hair, obviously, and add another layer. We're gonna use the magic wand and go over it, as you can tell. Now we're gonna choose the hairbrush, which look at the hairbrush I'm gonna use. It's called, let's see, it's called, I didn't read it, but like, let me put it. Anyways, we're gonna grab a lighter color and we're just gonna go over it like that, just like that. Then you're gonna grab a darker color and go over like on the edges of the hair, or like go around it. Like, you see what I'm doing? Like, I'm adding it so it looks real. I want it to look realistic, but not too realistic. I don't think you can get me, but like, I usually use a darker color. Like, see what I'm doing? I'm just like going over it. It might look weird at the start, but when you get rid of the magic wand, don't do it. Do it because we're gonna add another step. But it looks not so bad, I'll say. Now we're gonna grab a lighter color like we did on the eyes, and we're gonna add another layer. It's gonna be add again, and we're just gonna go over it. Like, we're not gonna do the whole hair. We're just gonna do like the top of the hair, the middle of the hair. I do it 2 times because I don't have like that long hair. It really depends on the OC, but I do it 2 to 3 times, I'll say. Not 1, not 5 or whatever, just 1 to 3. We're gonna get the normal brush and we're gonna like click on the outline of the hair you're using, of your OC or of an OC you're editing. Go on the little hand and go press the little thing I pressed, and then it's gonna make it more smoother, I'll say. I just like to add extra hair because, you know, your hair in real life gets really messy during light, so this is what I do. You don't have to, it's optional, but if you want to, it's your choice. Go ahead if you can. Okay, so now we're gonna get rid of the hair as we did for the eyes, and we're gonna add blush. You don't have to, the character, you can add blush to the character, but I personally like to make my own blush. Sorry for the stutter. And we're gonna use the magic wand, and we're just gonna go over the skin, and we're gonna grab like those airbrushes, like get a pinkish reddish. I use pinkish reddish. It doesn't matter if it looks dark and you don't like it. You can make the color lighter, because I personally don't like it like that. So I get rid of the magic wand, which is that one, and then you make it lighter until a tone you like. This is like maybe like there or so, and now we're gonna get rid of it. And now we're gonna edit the clothes. So you see like those little gaps? it bothers me because sometimes, you know, we have to edit with, and like you can see the pants, so we gotta like make it that it doesn't look so bad. Okay, so now we're gonna add another layer, and we're just gonna go over like that. You see this pants, and we're gonna add the same color brush, same color, doesn't matter, and then we're gonna add another layer, which is gonna be multiply. And then you're gonna go over it where usually there's gonna be shade, but personally I do exactly this. It doesn't matter where it has to be shaded, but it's your choice. Like, there's a person behind you, you can add the shade, you know. Now we're gonna add another layer, multiply again, but it's gonna be not an airbrush, it's gonna be a normal brush. It can have these effects that I had. And then you're gonna add, like, you see this? We're gonna add where there's usually shade, like the pants, a skirt, maybe your skin even for it. But for this, mostly for pants. But it's your choice if it looks good with skin. If you like it, leave it. And we're just gonna color over it like that, as you see, like the little shading. We're gonna get rid of the little things again. We're gonna add another thing, and we're gonna use the magic wand again. And we're gonna add another layer that's add, and then we're gonna grab the airbrush again. We're gonna go on the color, and then we're gonna put it light color as we did on the most of the parts, and we're gonna go over in the middle or so, which I personally like to do because it doesn't look so bad. Then if you want, you can make it lighter so it doesn't look so bad. It's really your choice. And then it's gonna look like this, which doesn't look bad. And we're gonna do the shirt now, which I usually like to add detail, which I forgot to add. You know, the little girl's part, I'm not trying to say it, the little chest, I forgot to add that, but like it doesn't really matter. But I personally like to add a lot of detail, but it's really up to your choice if you are like those persons. And then we're gonna do the same thing that we did on the pants, so we can skip this part, or you can follow my lead. You can just see how it looks at the end, but you know. Now, after all that hard effort, we can see the final result. And we're just gonna add all of these back, and this is how mine looks. Hope yours looks like that. If not, blame me, I guess. And then we're gonna add another layer because we're not done. Well, let me explain what I'm doing. I'm going on my things, and we're gonna ignore the photos I have. Please ignore my photos. And we're finding, like, I usually use a mouth because I can't really copy the mouth I usually do. If you can copy my mouth, you can just like screenshot it and just cover it in your mouth. This is what I technically do when I forget how to do a particular mouth. So yeah. Okay, so there's a thing, I don't really know how to call it. It's when you move stuff and then you're gonna move your mouth. Oh, I look like Huggy Wuggy. Oh my god, if you know that, then oh, that's too big. Just make it like the right size, the size that you like, and yeah. After that, for my eyebrows, because I got no eyebrows, I'm gonna grab the black color, and there's like a love pen. Get the love pen. And then we're going to grab this thing. I don't really know how to call it. And then you're going to make eyebrows. Sometimes it takes time to get like the right one. But just keep trying until you like it. And this is what I do when I forget something. So let me just skip this part. And after all that hard work, we can add our blurry things that we did at the start back. And ta-da! And we just save it and we put it on our video, which I'm gonna post soon. And I hope my videos really helped you. Bye!